Today, imagine yourself standing in a quiet, sunlit clearing, where every leaf whispers promises of hope and every breeze carries a message of strength. In that quiet moment, you feel a deep invitation to lean into a truth that has echoed through centuries. Father, I receive deliverance because you are my refuge and fortress. Psalm 34:17. This declaration isn't simply a phrase, but a transformative call to rest in the unmatched care of a loving Father who shields you from life's relentless storms. You might find yourself facing moments of uncertainty or darkened corridors of despair. Maybe you're navigating challenges that seem insurmountable, where fear and worry have woven themselves into the very fabric of your everyday. In those instances, you're invited to remember that you are not alone. Imagine a fortress, tall, unyielding, and surrounded by a sturdy wall that fends off every assault from the outside. This fortress isn't built by human hands. It is crafted by the hands of a compassionate Father who has designed it uniquely for you. The fortress is your shelter, a safe haven in a world that sometimes feels chaotic and uncontrolled. Now consider the word deliverance. Deliverance means more than just escaping danger. It's a profound rescue from despair, a mighty intervention when all seems lost. When you speak the words, Father, I receive deliverance, you are opening your heart to a change that is both external and internal. It is a promise that no matter what turmoil surrounds you, there is always a pathway to safety, a route out of the maze of challenges through the unwavering strength of a divine refuge. As you take in this truth, let your mind wander to moments when the world felt heavy. Reflect on times when shadows of anxiety loomed large over your dreams. Let yourself picture that powerful, comforting presence stepping forward, reaching out like a hand in the dark, guiding you towards the light of deliverance. There is beauty in this act of surrender, a deliberate decision to trust a higher power that stands strong as your protector. In essence, you come to understand that faith isn't about denying the harshness of reality, but about boldly stepping into a truth that transforms despair into hope. Picture walking along a rugged path, where each step brings you closer to a safe haven that radiates warmth and calm. The fortress within is not simply a brick-and-mortar idea, it's a living, breathing sanctuary that arises from a deep personal relationship with your Father. In moments of personal struggle, the fortress stands as a beacon of security, a reminder that you are always held within a circle of divine love and protection. Every challenge that once seemed like an insurmountable peak now appears as a stepping stone, when you remember that deliverance is woven into the very fabric of your existence. In this renewed awareness, you begin to explore the layers of what it means to seek refuge. The fortress is not impregnable because it is unreachable. It is accessible, welcoming you in each and every moment you decide to trust in its shelter. As you travel through life, the metaphor of the fortress can become a daily mantra. Every time the stresses of life press upon you, remind yourself of the enduring promise: your deliverance is assured. It's a message that is as relevant in quiet moments of solitude as it is in the thick of chaos. You can almost hear the gentle, assured voice that reassures, "Be still, for I am with you." Let this idea settle into your heart, becoming not just a thought but part of a resilient will, a will that is anchored by the certainty of divine protection. Often, when life's winds howl, it is tempting to rely solely on your own strength. Yet consider the wisdom in acknowledging that the greatest rescue is found in humility and surrender. The willingness to accept refuge in something greater than yourself is not an admission of weakness, but a celebration of strength. It means that you're courageous enough to admit that you are human, and wise enough to embrace a power that transcends the limitations of your own nature. Think back to the many times when you felt overwhelmed by life's unpredictability. Reflect on moments when a seemingly insurmountable obstacle kept you awake at night. Now let that recollection be a catalyst for change, a reminder of what it feels like to be truly liberated from anxiety and despair. Within you lies the capacity to be reborn in hope when you establish communication with that divine fortress. Visualize yourself drawing closer to the wellspring of divine protection, feeling the stress of the world dissolve into a deep sense of peace. Imagine stepping into a room filled with light, where the echoes of your doubts fade into the background. In this luminous space, you are invited to recount the moments where deliverance played its role in your life. Perhaps it was a time when you yearned for clarity amidst confusion, or when a sudden peace replaced a tumultuous storm within you. Each of these moments is a testament to the truth that your Father stands ready to rescue you from despair. The comforting image of a fortress is more than a memory. It is a vibrant, ongoing experience that affirms you are always secure. Let the imagery not merely reside in your mind, but transform into a tangible part of your daily experience. Picture a sunrise breaking through the night, each ray symbolizing another instance of divine deliverance. Every morning you have the opportunity to reset your heart and mind, reclaiming your inner sanctuary, The fortress is a dynamic space where past hurts are healed and new hopes are born. It invites you to mend the broken pieces of your spirit, offering a constant reminder that deliverance is not a distant promise but a present reality. As you carry these reflections into your daily existence, consider the power that lies in speaking truths out loud. There is magic in uttering the words that declare your reliance on a higher power. When you say, "Father, I receive deliverance because you are my refuge and fortress," you are not just reciting scripture. You're affirming your inner strength and the assurance that help is always at hand. Each time the words escape your lips, they crystallize an unspoken promise. No matter how fierce the battle, you are protected by an unfailing love that stands guard over you. In those moments when it feels like the weight of the world is pulling you down, allow that mantra to be your anchor. Let the fortress within serve as a reminder that you are enmeshed in a relationship with a Father whose care is all-encompassing. It isn't merely about physical protection. It is about a deep, spiritual solace that rejuvenates your soul. This truth is both profoundly personal and undeniably universal. Every person, regardless of their path in life, can find comfort in the embrace of a protector who is steadfast in his duties. Consider the idea that deliverance might come in forms both grand and subtle. Sometimes it is not a dramatic extrication from danger, but a quiet inner peace that slowly mellows your anxiety until you can breathe freely again. Other times, it may be a series of small miracles, the gentle unfolding of life's blessings that remind you that the fortress you seek is consistently present. Each instance of deliverance, no matter how minute it appears, contributes to a tapestry of trust and resilience. Perhaps you have experienced moments where, in the midst of despair, a kind word, a moment of clarity, or the unexpected arrival of support lifted you from a place of darkness into a realm of hope. Just like a fortress that shields you from the fury of a storm, these moments of grace act as spiritual ramparts. They remind you that you are enveloped by a care that stands unyielding against the challenges of the world. Over time, as you collect these blessings, you begin to see life's mosaic, not as a random assortment of events, but as a deliberate design, where every twist and turn is guided by a loving hand. Let the concept of being delivered by a Father who is a refuge and fortress influence not only your moments of crisis, but also the quiet, reflective hours. When you take time each day to sit in contemplation, allow your heart to return to this truth. Close your eyes if you'd like. Imagine that radiant fortress surrounding you, and let the gentle reassurance seep into every part of your being. It is in these contemplative spaces that you reconnect with the essence of your strength, a strength that is rooted in the timeless promise of deliverance. Now feel invited to share this realization with others. Understand that this truth is not exclusively reserved for moments of personal trial, but is a beacon of hope for anyone navigating their own struggles. You might find that by expressing your journey towards embracing deliverance, you encourage others to seek refuge as well. There is a profound sense of solidarity in knowing that while every path may twist and turn unpredictably, the refuge offered by a loving Father remains a constant, unchanging truth. As you reflect on these ideas, be mindful of the transformative power behind a simple act of surrender. It is natural to resist vulnerability, to hold on tightly to your own perceptions of strength. Yet, realize that true strength is found in your willingness to let go, to welcome divine intervention and guidance. By acknowledging that deliverance is not a mere wish but an active, living promise, you empower yourself with a resilience that transcends the ordinary. The fortress is an ever-present ally, inviting you to trust in a plan that is greater than anything you have ever imagined. Much like the sturdy walls of a carefully built castle, this refuge is designed to shelter your heart in the fiercest storms. Every time you invoke the words, "Father, I receive deliverance because you are my refuge and fortress," let them be a mini declaration of war against despair, a bold statement that you choose hope over fear, light over darkness, and deliverance over defeat. Let each utterance be a lit spark that ignites a burning conviction, one that is contagious and capable of transforming not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. Imagine for a moment being part of a global chorus where countless voices are united in this declaration of trust. Picture communities lifting one another, each individual finding strength in the shared experience of being held in divine safety. In that vision lies an abiding truth. You are never isolated in your struggle, for the same fortress that guards your heart also shelters others, knitting together a tapestry of collective resilience and shared human hope. In every struggle, in every quiet battle that you face, remember that deliverance is more than a distant promise. It is here in plain sight, ready to transform your perspective, sustain your spirit, and help you rise above the challenges of life. Embrace that inner fortress and let it remind you of the immeasurable power of faith. As you continue your journey, allow the message of Psalm 34:17 to resonate deeply, guiding you towards the liberating truth that through your divine refuge and fortress, deliverance is eternally within reach. Take this moment to internalize this transformative truth. Every beat of your heart echoes the promise: you are safe, protected, and loved. Embrace this assurance and let it propel you forward with renewed vigor and gratitude. In the embrace of your Father's care, find the courage to face every challenge and the peace to savor every victory. Remember, deliverance is not something that has to be sought after in vain. It is already here, awaiting your recognition, steadfast and inevitable, much like the dawn that follows the darkest night. Allow this realization to light your way as you navigate through daily stresses and triumphs alike. In times when the world seems uncertain, cast your gaze upon the magnificent fortress that is your Father's love. Let it be a constant reminder that deliverance isn't a fleeting moment, it is the very foundation upon which your faith stands firm. Trust in that endless well of strength, and let it uplift your spirit, encouraging you to share its warmth with everyone you meet. Conclude each day with a grateful reflection on the countless moments in which you have experienced deliverance. Recognize those moments as divine interventions, subtle yet profound indications that the fortress of safety is your perennial companion. In the gentle light of a setting sun, or in the quiet whisper of nighttime, let your heart murmur once again, "Father, I receive deliverance because you are my refuge and fortress." Allow these words to echo in your soul, guiding every step you take and transforming every fear into a burst of light, hope, and enduring promise.